Hey fellow garage golfers, rolling here with Garage Golf, where we provide extraordinary golf info for the extraordinary golfer. I am very excited about today's video. We got a really cool update from Uneekor on the Refine product, and what you remember before as Succeed is now Refine Plus. So we got Refine and Refine Plus. I'm excited to show you some of the new features. That's coming at you right now. All right, thanks again for watching here at Garage Golf. If you're new to Garage Golf, what we do here is we provide reviews on golf equipment, golf technology, golf simulators, golf products, and pretty much anything golf related. So if you're new to our channel, make sure to subscribe, click the bell notification. That's really important. So you get alerted of new videos like the one that we're releasing right now. So before you do anything, do me a favor, click that bell notification. And of course, if you have any questions on anything golf simulator related, if you'd like to build something like what you see behind me, if you want to build something smaller, that's fine. Anything that you have questions on golf product wise or golf simulator wise, I want to be your go-to person. Reach out to me at roland@mygaragegolf.com and check out our website at www.mygaragegolf.com. I put some links for different companies that we've partnered with on different things. These are affiliate links. It helps out the channel if you use it, all at no additional cost to you. But again, any questions anytime, reach out to me. That's my guarantee that I will respond back to you, answer any questions that you have at home. All right, so jumping into Refine and Refine Plus, let's talk a little bit more about what's new. There's a whole lot of things that we're going to be brought today. This is going to be for both QED and IXO users, so that's important to note. And again, for the IXO users, you're still going to be using the View software. And then for the QED, you'll still be using the Ignite software, you know, what they have for their program. So nothing's going to change there, but what we're talking about is the Refine and Refine Plus. These are going to be the programs that have some golf simulator features included, different courses, and the difference between Refine and Refine Plus is there's an additional 15 courses with Refine Plus. So I want to get into the big update, what they've done. This is going to be different than the game day update, which we'll see sometime down the road that we showed you at the PGA show. But again, another free update from Uneekor, just tells you how much they care about their people, their followers, their subscribers, their golf simulator users. And I'm excited to kind of show you what's new here. So stick with us. We're going to walk you through it. All right, so behind me, you're going to see the new screen when you open up Refine or Refine Plus. It's going to look very similar to the old screen, except for the fact that you now see a different mode, which is quick mode in there. So just to kind of walk you through this, stroke play and course practice, really nothing much has changed too much there. I'm not going to go into those in this video in detail. The challenge mode is the same so far. They are going to, it looks like they're going to incorporate a new challenge mode moving forward, so hopefully we'll see that down the road. I really like the challenge modes. I'd like to see maybe 10 or 15 of those because it's just so fun to play those. But that's something to keep in mind. And then I will take you short game complex as well. Very similar modes there. If we dive into that, I'll show you that as well. And the most important one is the quick mode. So we're going to take you to the quick mode. That's where a whole lot of the new features are going to be. So we'll jump into that as well. All right, now we're in quick mode. You're going to see 6 new categories on the left-hand side here. We have hook, slice, distance, wedge, short game, putting. So we're going to show you a little bit about each one of those, and we'll start with hook. So we have 2 options under hook. One is the 164-yard iron hook calibration exercise, and one is the driver hook calibration exercise. So I'll probably show you one of the hook ones, and I'll show you one of the slice ones. One I'll use an iron for, the other I'll use a driver for to show you. So on this one, let's do the 164-yard iron hook calibration exercise. I'll show you that, and then we'll move down to the slice, and I'll show you that one with the driver. All right, so if we jump into the iron hook calibration exercise, this is the first time I've gone through it. Let's go ahead and click on Start. You see the Refine Plus new logo there. There you see Cameron Champ, their new ambassador. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to aim left of the pin by adjusting your stance to be lined up left of the target direction. And we're going to feel and time the face angle open through impact to help fix the hook. So when it says that you're working on hook, then it's going to have you prepare to hit more of a fade, obviously. And when it has you working on a slice, it's going to have you hit more of a draw and work on that. So again, we're going to aim left of the pin. We're going to adjust our stance. So if we have our iron in our hand, we're basically going to open up our stance a bit. We're going to adjust our stance to be lined up left of our target, which we're going to be aiming at. And we're going to feel and time the face open through impact to help fix a hook. So I'll probably use about a 6-iron then, and we'll work on that and see how we do from there. So let's go ahead and hit OK. Okay. Now, again, what we're going to do, we're going to line up slightly open to target, and we're going to work on having our face not closed like this, but a little bit more open like this at contact, all right? So let's see if we can do this here. Okay, I'll take that for my first shot for sure. So let's see how we did. And let's see if it gives us any feedback or if we're just watching this back on video. So it showed the shot. Obviously, I did hit a fade there, which is what we wanted. It's going to show all of our data. So down here, you're going to see that my face was actually closed at impact, not open. But my club path was out to in, which allowed me to hit that fade there. So there you see that out to in swing. See, I'm coming right to left here across the target line. And that's going to cause, face angle was closed at 4.7, but that gave me that side spin that was needed to hit that shot. So cool being able to see that back on video, as well as an illustration as to where I made contact with the actual golf ball. So that's pretty neat. So again, this is what we're going to be working on with this particular setting, and showing you, okay, hey, we're working on hitting that specific shot, hitting that fade. How do we do that? How do we correct it? And you're going to get the feedback and visual feedback that you need in order to do that. Let's hit a few more shots and see how we do. Okay? So first one, it's going to be hard to beat. Did pretty well on that one. We're going to stand a little bit open of the target again. All right? And we're going to try to do a little bit more open club face at contact. All right, got a little bit of a fade there again. Face still has it as closed, but I'm working on that, I guess. That's something I need to work on. But I am seeing the visual feedback of what I thought was a fade. Let's hit another one. Definitely faded that one. Too far on that one. That's more like it. So pretty cool. I mean, less closed that time, 2.2 degrees, but started too far right with my attack towards the actual flagstick on that one. So I aimed right at the flagstick, but when my face was open a little bit more, caused it to go right. So it's just more of a training exercise, it looks like. I don't think it's going to give me any kind of visual cues as far as, like, hey, work on this necessarily. I'm going to hit 5 shots just to make sure. Definitely hitting the fade there. Still have that close face though. All right, so let's hit the 5th and final one. So pretty cool being able to practice this shot, I think. I do like that. Let's hit one more. Seems I'm getting worse though as I practice. So it's good. It's a good test though, for sure. Again, face angle keeps showing close at impact. I do have the club stickers on. I feel like it is a little close, obviously. And I'm starting a little too far right, so I probably need to adjust my body. But pretty cool. I like that. If I'm giving some feedback, I'd like to see maybe a little bit of visual cues on the screen that pop up. Something that's like, hey, work on this, make sure you do this or that to actually adjust your shot. But that could be something we might see in the future as well. Again, this is just for now a beta. I do like the ability to test this kind of shot out. Pretty cool, but maybe some visual stimulus to say, hey, try working on this, try fixing this, you know, as you continue to go through, even if there's just preemptive things that, you know, allow you to hit more of a fade, little tips and tricks, I think that would be kind of a cool feature to see on that. So moving on, let's go ahead and hit the slice one now. And on this one, we're actually going to do the driver slice calibration exercise, and we'll do that one next. Now this one, this says driver slice training. So on your slice training, it says to avoid the trees on the left, aim and start the golf ball towards the blue arrow pointing right of the target. So we want to aim our shot right of the target, and we're going to try to swing our out to in club path. We're going to try to fix that to fix our slice with the driver. So I have military golf. I hit right and left with my driver, but I do sometimes fall into a category of having a bad slice. So I will work on that, and we will see on how to fix that, trying to hit a draw, obviously. We're going to start our body right of the target line. We're going to swing out to in instead of in to out, like we were working on the fade a little bit. And let's see how we do with this one. Okay, there you see the blue target. Now we're going to try to hit our ball right of that target and have it draw back onto the actual course. So pretty cool shot to test out. I'm going to adjust my tee height here, a little higher. So to hit a draw, I try to tee my ball up a little bit higher. Obviously, you're going to want your left foot in front of your right foot a little bit. Square your body up. Now we're going to try to swing what we call into out here, which just tends to be a problem for me, but we'll try to do it and see how we do. And I get a hook. So that's what I tend to see. So this is a perfect one for me to practice, because when I try to hit a draw, I tend to hook the ball. My face is closed, which we're going to want. My path is out to in. I want an in to out path, but I still hook that ball. So let's work on this a bit. So I had a couple shots. Again, these are things that you're going to have to work on for your own golf game. There's no magic potion here. It's just, it gives you the ability to work on a specific type of shot more than anything, which I really do like. Let's see if we can hit a nice draw, not a hook. It's better, still off the fairway. So I never seem to start my draws right enough. That's the problem. So again, you want to start that ball right of that blue marker, not left of it, where I'm at here. My face angle it doesn't show on that one. I do have the stickers. Again, make sure you have the stickers on when you're hitting your shots. All right, I'm going to aim even further right now. I'm going to bring my left shoulder towards that target line. And I duck hooked it. So you can obviously at home what I need to work on with my swing, and that's okay. I'm not a great golfer. I'm never claimed to be a great golfer, but it's something I need to work on, so that's fine. See if I can get one. I want to get one to show you on video. Each one starting further right, but hooking further left. So let's see how we do. There we go. There it is. So it's just practice, 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 honestly. So, but I had an open face that time. You know, again, it's something I need to work on. And when I have my face too closed, I'm gonna hit a hook. So just the way it is. But you do see I did start right at that target line, brought it back left. And at any point you can go back, check your swing, kind of play around with that a little bit, which I like as well. And there's a whole lot of cool things that you can do on here, but I do like the ability to work on the slices and on the hooks, which obviously for me, a hook is much worse and something I need to work on. But as you can see, the more you get practice in, the better likely you're gonna be able to hit those shots down the road. Also, at any point, you can bring up your shot data. This is for the IXO. It's going to give you all your data all on one screen. Club path, face angle, side spin, back spin, side angle, launch angle, everything. So smash factor, You can pick as many as you want. Again, on this one, 9 out of 9 are being displayed of the ones that I want to see. So let me know if you have any questions on that as well. All right, so next up is distance, and we have two options. I'm going to show you one of the two, very similar between the two, driver distance enhancement or tee-shot driver distance enhancement. The difference between the two, honestly, is just one of them is on the driving range, and then the second one is going to be on an actual tee shot. So I'm actually going to pick the tee shot so I could have a true fairway to try to work on hitting, and we'll hit some shots with that driver enhancement and see what that does, how it's going to be in comparison to the hook and slice feature that we just showed you. So again, if I go to the screen and I hit tee shot driver distance enhancement, then we have the tee shot, which is going to be Moon Bay 6-hole tee shot. So we can probably hit not only driver, but any club we want from there. But let's see. I'll go ahead and hit start. All right, so we have tee shot distance training. This is Moon Bay 6-hole tee shot. So what the description says is that we're going to build in-course tee shot confidence and increase distance by hitting tee shots in the scenario given. So let's hit OK, see if they give us anything. If it's different, if it stays the same, what we're looking at here. Okay. So we see a blue marker and we see a red marker out there. Let's just go ahead and hit a shot and see what happens. I love doing reviews and just kind of initial thoughts more than anything, as opposed to, say, a full review, as I go through it for the first time with you at home as well, because I like to know like what you're going to experience when you first open this process and you go through it, and then maybe you can learn from any mistakes that I make here. But I think for overall, it's just about kind of giving you a really good idea as far as what to expect. So let's hit a shot here, and let's see what happens. I'm going to use a driver. Didn't necessarily tell me to use driver or not, but it looks pretty far down there. And I skied that one really bad. All right, so we skied that first one really bad. That doesn't really count, but driver's my least predictable club, unfortunately. Let's hit another one. I'm really struggling with driver right now. So those markers are pretty far down there. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to get to them, to be honest. I don't quite know what exactly it is that we're trying for here. Let me hit one more. It's that military golf. And 244 off the right. Okay, so I went back and looked at the notes, and yeah, all this really is just a practice mode that allows you to work on your distance. So I think it's set further than you're obviously going to hit it no matter what. It's a very long shot to get it down there, but it's just going to allow you to continuously hit driver shots, work on not only working on your distance, but also working on hitting the actual fairway, which I've yet to do. We'll take one more shot, see if we can hit it. If not, we're moving on to the next category. And I hooked it. All right, so we know what I need practice on. Moving on to the next category. All right, so one thing I always promise you guys at home is that we keep it 100% real at Garage Golf. Again, I'm not here to be a swing instructor. I'm here to walk you through a lot of the software and different things. I struggled just like many of you at home with my golf game. So you see that the driver is definitely something I need to work on. So we're gonna continue to move along, and now we're gonna move over to the wedges. And we have two options. One is random wedge distance practice, and the other is a wedge game. I might show you both, and we'll take a look at it. Let's start with the random wedge distance practice, and then we'll go from there. All right, so there you see we work on various pitch shot distances in increments of 10 yards. So that's what we're gonna be doing with this wedge distance training. All right, so for our first shot, we got 70 yards, and we're gonna use a 56 degree for that one. Let's see how we do. All right, good contact there. Hit the green. 65 yards. So now it's going to adjust, and now we're hitting the shot from 90 yards. So it's going to keep you going through your bag and adjusting your club, which I like. So we got 90 now. And I will probably use a gap wedge from 90. Let's hit a shot. Some of these are probably not just chip shots. Some of these may be full shots. About the same spot on that one, not too bad. Much better with my wedges than I am with my driver, I have to be honest. Even with that being said, I might chunk a few. All right, so we got 80. So from 80, probably go back to that 54 now. Let's get a ball. So this just keeps you going through different shots, keeping you fresh, keeping it exciting really more than anything. You're not having to repeatedly hit the same shot. It's going to automatically change the distance for you. Anywhere between 50 to 100 yards. Very nice. I love this mode, honestly. This is one I can probably do all day. Just allow you to work on those chip shots that you would have on the golf course. Because there's nothing like piping a shot right down the middle of the fairway only to chunk a wedge shot for your approach. So I love this mode. This is one I could definitely do all day. But let's go ahead and show you the other wedge mode as well and give you a little bit more data on that also. All right, so the wedge game is going to be the wedge challenge, basically. You test your skills from 60 yards on the challenge mode. So challenge accepted. Let's go ahead and hit start. So while we're waiting, if you're having to hit a 60-yard shot, what club would you use at home? I'm using a 60 here. Let's see. Now this is timed from the moment you hit your first shot. So we got started. Let's go. I'm ready for my next shot. Okay. Oh, that was a bad shot. Not bad, not good. Challenge mode's really fun. If you haven't tried challenge modes, you really need to try it. I like it for sure. Just keeps it entertaining. This is a good one that you can play with friends. So on that one, that's the first round. I hit 3 of them. So you got 40 seconds to hit 3. Not bad. I do like that. Keeps it interesting. Then you have multiple rounds. I'll show you one more round here. I won't go through the whole thing. "40 seconds to hit 3 shots. Not bad at all. And that's cool with people coming over. You want a fun game to play. That one kept the same view. It didn't actually follow the ball, which was different. Apparently I got 9 points for that one. And I duffed that one. Not good. All right. So that's the challenge mode. And that one would have 4 rounds that you would go through, and then you get a ranking. So not bad. Pretty cool feature. Let's go ahead and move on. All right, so moving down the list, we're now on our short game, and this is we're going to have 4 options here. I probably won't go over everything because they're very similar, just different options. We're going to have the running chip shot practice, where you can work on running chip shots towards the pin. We have pitch shot practice, where you're going to try to land it on the green most likely. Chip pitch shot evaluation and 30-yard pitch shot practice. So different options, kind of similar to the wedge game. This case where you're actually just working on trying to get closest to the flag, hitting it, whether you're going to pitch it and run it or you're just going to pitch it. Let's try the chip pitch shot evaluation and see how that goes. And we'll take a look and see how we do there. So if we go to chip pitch shot evaluation, I'm going to test the skill from various distances and lies using both running chip shots and soft landing pitch shots. So I figure this will give you a really good idea of everything here. And let's go ahead and click on start. Okay, so we're going to have 3 shots. And it's going to give us a score. First shot is from 16.5 yards away. And I'm going to try to do a little bump and run up there probably with a 54 degree. So let's see how it goes. Now, if you need to simulator golf, chipping and putting are the 2 hardest things to do. So it's cool that you have practice modes for both of these on here. 16 yards. See, it's really hard to envision what 16 yards looks like when you got a screen that's 10 feet in front of you, right? So I hit that one too hard. Now, I got the same shot from the same distance. And I obviously crushed that one too much. Let's try that about half that speed. A little bit better. Still too hard. And here you see, I mean, I do this a lot. I don't get in here as much as I'd like to, honestly, but it's still hard for me to figure out distances with chipping. Full shots seem to be a whole lot easier for whatever reason, because you know what you hit your clubs a lot of times. And I kind of duffed that one and didn't even get it there. So 3 really bad shots, honestly. But we're gonna have, it looks like 8 rounds of that as we go through that process. Let's take a look. Could have been a bad club choice too. Okay, so now it moved me back. I got 33 feet. So if you need work on your chipping game, I mean, I don't know how you can get any better than this, to be honest. All right, +1 there. All right, so let's hit the same shot. Let's get a little bit closer to that flag stick. We'll see. Now that one felt a whole lot better, but I still didn't get it where I wanted it. But it's all about practice. Again, everything's about practice. Also, before I hit my next shot, what do you guys think of the new golf simulator setup here? Something my father and I worked on during Christmas break. And so we got obviously the ramp, the auto tee up. Is it something that you think you like? It's very similar to what I saw with Golf's On, except for I had to kind of retrofit this ramp a little higher for my existing setup. But I really like it. The auto tee up alone is really cool. If you have any questions on it, just let me know. All right, let's hit one more. At least we're getting points here. No. And I need work on chipping as well, but not bad. Not as bad as driver. So, as you see, you're gonna have numerous rounds that you go through. Too much for me to go through on video with you here, but 8 rounds, you'll get a score, and you can compete against friends and do other things as well there. So I like that, it's a cool feature. And we got one that's going downhill instead of uphill. Let's take one shot with it just to see how we do. All right, so you're obviously gonna have to work to keep that from blading and going all the way down there. Too soft. I'm a wimp. One more. So we got 29 yards, half a yard downhill. Well, I need work. I need work on a lot of stuff, but overall, really cool mode, and something that I'm going to go through and start practicing on so I don't look so bad on video next time. but something I really enjoy. I like that wedge feature a lot. So we got one more category, and that's putting, and we'll see how bad I do on that one also. Okay, so we're gonna start with a 6-yard putt here, 6.15 yards. All right, missed that, too fast, going downhill too. Again, simulator golf, putting, and chipping, by far the two hardest things to do. And of course, anything that pertains to driver for me. So we got that. We're gonna have probably 3 shots from the same distance, and then it's gonna adjust for us just like the other modes. I missed that a little bit left. Way too soft this time. So I rolled off the hill. Now I'm too soft, and you see how finicky it can be, but it's just really that simple. That big of a difference between 2 shots, you know, just adjusting. So now you can adjust on the game, or you can adjust on the putt if it's not too big of a break. I'll just aim a little bit right, for example. And I'm going to roll by it again. So that's a tough one. I mean, you see that as far as distance-wise, I only had one point on that one, and it shows you different levels, bronze, gold, all that kind of stuff. So that's cool. I like that. So I'm going to take 3 more shots for you, just to show you. See if I get any better or worse, and that's okay. Get a ball. So now I'm 5.92 yards away. Now, if I'm being honest, and I'm always honest on this channel, the one thing I don't like about this necessarily is that it's in yards, because once you get on the actual putting green, I'd like to see it in feet, because you want to know how many feet you are, not necessarily how many yards you are. I don't know if there's a way to adjust it. I will find out for you though. But we know that what 6 yards is roughly 18 feet. So it's easier for me to visualize 18 feet than to have to break it down into footage. So just something, a little bit of feedback that I would say. Now this one's uphill, breaking a little left to right. If you see the lines, they're moving left to right very slowly. So not a huge break here. I'm gonna try about the same speed putt as the last one that I missed. +3, got close. It's a lag putt. So we'll see how we do on these 3. What do you think about the difference in yards and feet? Do you agree with me at home that you'd like to see that in feet versus yards? Let me know in the comments, please. Okay, we're getting better. See, it just takes practice. And I'm really rusty right now, to be honest. Okay, one more. Let's see if we can make one before we end this video here. No, it's gonna be a little too soft. Right around it, +5. Okay. So you're gonna go 3 rounds again with the putter. And it does give you good feedback, honestly. And I find that the actual Uneekor software with putting is a lot more realistic than some others. So when I go out to a golf course and I have to hit a 20-foot putt, it's very similar to what I would hit here versus some other simulator softwares that are out there for the IXO. I find to be very, very fast. I mean, you'll barely tap it and that thing's going 35, 40 feet. So where I'm used to playing, you know, city and municipal courses and whatnot, it's a lot closer to what I see with Uneekor, just a little bit of feedback at home. But if you're used to something that's like a 12, 13, 14 stimp meter, that's a little bit different, obviously. But you just have to adjust with each program that you try out. And with Uneekors, whether it be hitting a bunker shot or hitting a putt, I find it to be a very, very realistic to real life as far as the actual feel of the club and the actual speed that I feel like I have to hit it to what I actually see on the screen. So that's a little bit of feedback for you at home. So all in all, really, really cool update from Uneekor with this Refine and Refine Plus software. I'd like to know your thoughts. Let me know what was some of your favorite things that you saw, and if there's anything that you saw that you didn't like necessarily. But the whole fact that we're getting free updates from Uneekor just shows you that they care about their people, in my opinion. There's been some other products out there that have sat for years without updates. So Uneekor is really good about listening to their people, adjusting, getting feedback, And this is why we're beta testing some of this in advance before you see it at home, because we're gonna be able to provide some feedback and we might see some changes on different things. So like I said, I've always liked to see the putting in feet versus yards. That's just one little thing for me that's a nitpicky thing, but it's something that makes a big difference, I feel. Little other things that we saw, again, maybe some visual feedback on the hook versus the slice shots. Even if it's just standard little things that you need to do to hit a proper fade or a proper draw, not necessarily a hook or a slice, but little tips that they can give you so you can work on it while you're swinging. And it'd be easy for them to cycle through maybe 5, 10 tips, I would think, as you continue to hit shots, just on the bottom, on the screen, pops up, something like that. I think that having that visual feedback, visual cues to learn as you go is better than just you randomly practicing on your own, trying that shot out over and over again. So just a little feedback. Like I said, there's always room with any product for improvement. We're always honest. We always like to give you honest feedback, whether it be good, bad, and the good of it is that, I mean, a whole lot of things that they've done with this whole setup. I really, really enjoy all the short game, all the putting stuff, all the wedge optimizer stuff. This is something I recommended, you know, a while back to them. And again, they listen, and I think that's really important. So I love what they've done with everything. Let me know your thoughts at home. I'd love to hear it. Reach out to me at roland@mygaragegolf.com. Email me any questions that you have on the Uneekor software, on the Uneekor products. Again, I want to be your go-to person for all your golf simulator needs. Let me know if you have any questions on anything that I reviewed in the video or any feedback that you'd like for me to provide to the people at Uneekor as well. I hope you love this update as much as I do. I really, really do like it. And it's something that I see myself using with the IXO. Again, if you're a QED user, it's going to benefit you as well. You have that option to use it, and I think it's something that you'll really enjoy. So as always, we really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. I thank you for your time. Thank you for being a loyal follower to our channel. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. And until I do, as always, keep on golfing. Thank you very much.